Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. We are back with another one, yes. I'll be honest with you, this is the 5th beer review today, and I went out for 2 pints as well. So a little bit naughty. If I am sounding a little bit inebriated, as they call it, I do apologise. But we are taking another look at another one out of that Purple Moose brewery beer haul that I've done. But this is actually one from Purple Moose this time. It's a bottle. And what we are looking at, this is probably more one of their craft sort of beers, if you like. And what we're looking at is their antlered, if you like, antlered IPA. It's coming in at 5.2% in a 500ml bottle. Not sure how much it costs, probably around the £3.50 mark, something like that. This beer has had 2 awards. There was some London Beer Awards there, and it got bronze in that, and it got bronze in a SEBA competition. It's too small for me to read, so I'm not going to try and read it. But what I will do is give you some of the stuff on the back of the bottle. On the back, there we go. I'm going to read that stuff out to you there. We are moose, accept no limitations. It's not purple, it doesn't taste of moose. It's simply stunning beer from Snowdonia, North Wales. Contains barley, wheat, and then it's got all the, enjoy responsibly. It's got all the different country sort of stuff. On the side here, India Pale Ale. That's the other side, by the way. There we go. India Pale Ale originated in the 19th century with additional hops and higher alcohol, preserving it on its way on the long journey from the UK to India. I know that, probably most of you know that. IPA comes in many forms today, but still carries that wonderfully aromatic, pronounced hop character. Using US and New Zealand hops, Antlered IPA celebrates this style with a twist. So it's an IPA basically with US hops and New Zealand hops. So it should be interesting, actually. Should be a good one. So there we go. Just show you the bottle again there. There we go. And we've got the typical Purple Moose crown. As you can see, if you get it just in the light, it looks fantastic. So let's get it cracked open now. I went out today, home bargains, didn't have a pint glass. I've been doing my reviews in this. Now my reviews might end up a little bit mixed up, but today I went out and bought a proper pint glass because I'm doing so many standard IPAs and real ales, which does the beer more justice. So let's get this cracked open and see what we get. Hope you're all well, enjoying life and what have you. As you can tell, I'm still in Carnarvon. Looking forward to getting back home this Friday, and then I've got the weekend off and Monday for a change. Work 3 days, and then on the Friday I'm off on holiday with the good lady, off to Cape Verde for 11 nights all inclusive. So really looking forward to that. I've got enough content now that probably what I'm doing now, including this one, will probably turn up while I'm away in Cape Verde. So you'll still be seeing this hotel room for about 3 weeks probably with the beers I'm knocking out. So, beer in a glass, IPA. Yeah, it's got that sort of golden, sort of light amber looking colour. The glass isn't nucleated, it's wet. There is the odd bubble going up, but not a lot. We've got quite a spacious, sort of light looking head. It's just slightly off white, but it looks very sort of light in sort of body, this head does. So even though I bought this glass, I'm maybe not doing the beers any justice anyway, but it looks all right. It looks like an IPA. There's still a bit in the bottle. Let's dive in with the nose, see what we get. Yeah. There is a light hoppy aroma of American New Zealand hops. I'm going to say more New Zealand hops in this, what I'm picking up at the moment. A little bit malty, but really not an awful lot there, but I've just rinsed it. So yeah, let's dive in and try Purple Moose Brewery Antlered IPA 5.2%. Cheers. Oh yeah, yeah, that is good. That is good. That is lovely. Again, I mean, we call it craft beer now, don't we? We call it craft beer, but a lot of these craft beers have that traditional feel. They've not gone too overboard with the craft. They still keep that malty backbone that adds a little bit extra, but we'll come to that in a minute. As I normally say, let's get on with body, carbonation, mouthfeel and all that. Mm. 5.2%. And as I said, you know, it's not really holding a head. It's not particularly thick, but the body on that beer, despite that, is beautiful. For 5.2%, that is really nice body, medium to heavy, I'm going to say. Small carbonation, sprightly, you could say busy. You could also say, if you wanted to, a little bit rough around the edges. Maybe that's just how you perceive it. I think it's still smooth. It's got lovely mouthfeel, got lovely body, with that little tingle across the lips and the palate. But lovely and smooth, and it really does glide down the neck really well, down the throat even. On the taste, oh, and you're getting just a lovely hoppiness from it. Malty to start off with. A touch of sweetness, a touch of sort of caramel notes, if you like, toffee. The hops are there. They're there alongside it. But the maltiness and the sweetness is the main thing. The hops are alongside it, sort of mingle with it. As that sort of maltiness fades, the hops take over, as you'd expect. You sort of get the hop, the taste, the bitterness, boom. The bitterness is there. The bitterness lingers, and it's got a lovely IPA bitterness. It's not a bitterness that is too overpowering. It's a nice bitterness as well. Sometimes I talk in my videos about the bitterness in beers could be a harsh, nasty bitterness. For me, this isn't. This has got that lovely sort of subtle bitterness, but enough to know that it is bitter. Tails off, but lingers and lingers and lingers, and it's still there at the back now. 5.2%. This drink's like a ballsy 5.2% with the ABV, but it goes down really well, even being quite weighty. It doesn't really fill you up, it's got to be said. For me, this is a lovely drop of beer. Would I drink it again? Definitely, definitely. It really is lovely. It's got to be said. It's just nothing. When you've had as many beers as me, or done so many reviews, you get to a point where sometimes some beers don't come across that great. And that's just because you've had so many of the same sort of standard beers and this, that and the other. And then, but they are good. They are good. And this is one of them. I mean, this is better than good. This is a really, really, really good beer. A great example of almost a standard IPA, if you like. But everything just works together. Sometimes it's just them little bits that make that beer so much better. And this is one of them. So Purple Moose Brewery and their Antlered IPA coming in at 5.2%. Banging beer, banging beer. So would I drink it again? Definitely. Would I recommend it? Definitely. So if you're somewhere around the North Wales coast and you want to take a trip down to Porthmadog, or if you're somewhere mid Wales and you want to take a trip across to Porthmadog to get to Purple Moose Brewery, do it. But if you do go there, definitely try it because it's well worth it. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to end it there. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.